Hi, I'm Mike. This will be my first attempt at streaming. So, if it goes horribly wrong, not my fault entirely. Anyway, Stoneshard. We're currently about 3-4 days before the next update drops, which will include caves, which will be good. And I'm just going to start a new game. Prologue, that's the, well, as it says tutorial, but that's basically what the demo is. Doesn't really give you much into the way of the game itself. This takes place directly after when the demo ends. If I'm going too fast for you, feel free to pause it to read it if you want. Okay, characters. There's about 7, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Each has their own spec stats, affinities listed here. They all have a unique trait. Some are better than others. Grim is fun if you like close combat, although most of the people that you get the bounties from aren't too pleased with him. My current favourite is Derwin, purely for this bit. Grants butchering, or you can read it. So I'm going to go with Derwin. The other good thing about Derwin is piercing, which is what arrows do, does the least amount of damage to hides. So rabbits, boars, wolves, bears, so on and so forth. And you can skin those hides and sell them for more gold. And gold is what you need the most. In this game it's ridiculous how much you need. At the start there's barely any gold at all. Support pack, right click, use. Okay, 3 places that are the bounties. One is up here. This will be the first one, bought at the outskirts. And there's the third one, Pilgrim's Rest. Also, normally around here or here, there's a plane for the carpenter. 1 second. Need shelter for the night, a week. Farewell. Now, before I go into anything else, your main hand and offhand damage is melee. Weapon damage, obviously how much you do. Body part armor and armor penetration, you'll get them with certain types of weapons, and enchants can also affect it. Accuracy. Oh dear, hold on. If you're using a single weapon, say the dagger, accuracy shoots right up. Most of the time Derwin prefers using the bow, which is what you start with. Piercing damage, it gives 5% to armor penetration, 8 to range. Significant chunk off accuracy, but that gets lower the higher the weapon is that you get. The skills energy cost is anything you would do. These are all skills. Some are passive, some are active. The passives don't take any off your mana, but the actives do. And for me, hold on. You've got to hold down the left mouse button to drag and drop. Taking aim, which helps a lot for archery. And the second one is up to you. Normally I prefer to go with constant practice first, just in case they start getting closer. can't access this this room until you pay. Even if you only pay for a day, you still get access to it. And anything you leave in the chest will be there even if that day runs out. These I get for the donator pack. So now I can sell them. It goes in there. It goes in there for now. Oh, you'll start off with lockpicks, but I don't like lockpicks much. I prefer to get a crowbar as soon as I can. It's more expensive, but you get 10 uses instead of 3, and it can be repaired at the blacksmith. Almost everyone can teach you something for cash, gold, but it's normally around 250 for each thing you do so. And they almost all have jobs for you. Homeless guy wants a brandy. You'll get a brandy by going here and killing everyone off. I wouldn't recommend doing that until you've completed the 3 starting bounties. Blacksmith. New work. And he wants 4 swords, spears and things, anything for sale. There's the crowbar. Sell that. Now, aside from that, one of the main places you'll go to a lot whilst you're in Osbrook is here. This guy sells a mishmash of things, but he also is the only one that sells the 3 types of scrolls. Every time you start a new game, the colour of the scrolls will change. In this case, we've got 2 identification scrolls, which will allow you to identify anything that has a question mark over it, and a disenchantment scroll to, as it says, purges all enchantments and curses from an item. There's nothing. No, yes there is. I want another purse. Purses hold your gold. They can also hold single tile valuables. So I normally keep 1 for gold and 1 for valuables. Say ancient coins, gems, statuettes, things like that. I can get rid of them. Come up here. This is the Elder's place. Speak to this guy and you'll get a starting weapon. Mace for a change. I haven't done 200 mace in ages. Large club. Even though I've got the large club, I'm not going to sell the dagger because you need a sharp weapon for skinning, which I do believe I already have. Yes. Butchering. Sword and axe, a dagger, a 2-handed sword or 2-handed axe. Carves it for meat. Oh, that's passive. I'll show you now. Later on, resourcefulness allows you to harvest pelts, so it's one to go for straight away, as quickly as you can, because that will then allow you to sell those pelts for more gold. Butchering increases the chances of it not being ruined. Now you can go to him straight away, but I choose not to, excuse me. Instead, oh wait, no, there's one other place. 2 actually. This guy's a bit of a nightmare to deal with, but he's also the tailor. And he requires a bear pelt. You don't want to go for bear pelts until you're at least level 6. Unless you're aiming for the achievement, then go for it at level 5, but I wouldn't recommend that if you're just starting out. He also has some interesting things that you can get. Occasionally he has small backpacks, which replaces the cloak but allows you to store more items. And this which is especially good for rangers or anyone that uses a bow, because it stores. Normally you can only have 20, but if you get a quiver, you can store 40 in it. There are better quivers that hold more. Over here, oh, stop moving around. Doesn't have a job, but he's the one that you give the plane to. He deals in wooden stuff: bows, crossbows, shields, hammer, arrows. 3 different types of arrows. Leaf-shaped arrows are the basic crappy ones. They're the do bog standard terrible damage. There are they don't have the third one. These are the best ones so far. Yes, they have less accuracy, but with take aim into account, giving you 61% accuracy on top of your 29, puts you at 90.5. So with broadhead arrows, that gives you 80% chance to hit with a ranged attack. And down here is the herbalist. Herbalist will also have work for you, and it's the easiest one to do, so it's best to get it done first off. Herbalists sell recipes that you can use for crafting. They also have various herbs, which don't really have much use at the moment. I'm assuming they'll come into play more when alchemy becomes a thing. Oil is good for if you're a mage, because if you cover something in oil and then set it alight, it burns quite prettily. Splints are for stabilising injuries. If I get an injury, I'll show you. They appear up here and increase your pain drastically. These are used for healing injuries. If you get a really bad injury, you don't have a splint, normally 3 to 4 healing cells will set it to the point where it starts healing naturally. And bandages are for bleeding. Leeches and things can also help. But yeah, I'm not too keen on them. Even though they give an immunity change of a positive, you're more likely to get that from certain types of food. You hold down Alt, it shows everything on the screen, a bit like Diablo used to. Ooh. Hemp is good because it lets you craft ropes. Leeks are obviously used in cooking. Agrimony is the first thing needed for the herbalist quest. Blueberries can be turned into a salad later on. Crafting, I don't have any other recipes at the moment, so these are just the basic ones that you get. These give you experience when crafting things. This can be boosted by the resourcefulness, and the XP can be boosted by certain drugs. Do note, whenever you take drugs, you'll then have a bad trip afterwards, which gives you really heavy penalties, so it's normally a good idea not to be in combat or anywhere near combat when it happens. There's a spearmint, the second part. Now I need flea wart. Normally you'll find flea wart around roads and in forests. Food. You can also, if you want gold early on, I'm not going to do it this time round, but you can also collect all the herbs and sell them to the herbalist for 2 gold each. It may not seem like much, but considering there's herbs in every single one of these squares, it can soon add up. Rhubarb, Agrimony horsetail, henbane. Sometimes if you're very lucky, you can get all 3 parts on this first map. Sometimes you're not. now we have to head out to find the other one. We'll go down here first. We'll get the flea water and hand it in, and I'll show you the trick I like to do before taking bounties. Technically, you can say you have a bounty for this place. You can actually go in before the bounty, wipe out most of it, and then leave, come back, collect the bounty, go back, finish it off, and then you'll bypass some of the time. It works well for days. You only get a certain amount of days for each bounty. So if you clear out most of it to begin with, then it helps a lot. Combat. He was immobilized there, so he dies. Battle cleaver is needed. Homemade sword is needed for... Those two are needed for... Oh dear, I'm full. Eat some of these out of the way. You don't want to eat lentils, you want to harvest them because it moves from a 1 drop into a 2. 2 drop into a 1. Munch the leek. I don't really care about other things at the moment. Lentil. The original people that, as you saw, I just took care of are the lowest level ones. You'll find them around Osbrook. Occasionally, if you're very unlucky, you'll find wolves. Wolves don't go near them. Don't go near any kind of decent-sized animal until you've gotten a few levels. Because wolves always travel in packs, and they have a good chance of setting you off to bleeding. Oh, another hemp. And now I can take those and oh, I don't have the recipe yet. Oops. I'll get that shortly. Oh. These are graves. You can use a shovel or you can just use your hands. I don't think anyone actually buys these, but there is something funny that has an achievement tied to it. You can take bones, and if you can throw them at people. I'll show you everything. If you right click, everything has the throw option. You can throw it at people, and if it kills them, you'll get the achievement. You can basically think of it as reusable ammo, but they do even less than a leaf arrow. Okay, nothing here. Let's go down to the next one. This should be a campfire, probably. Looking at it. Gotta be careful because if a wolves or a boar show up, I'm dead. I'll have to reload. I'm not sure if you can hear, but if there's a beeping in the background, just ignore it. It's a sign that the fire alarm battery is dying. Oh, nests. Nests give eggs, which you can then... 2 eggs will turn into a fried egg, and single eggs will be boiled. Oh, this is one of the things I'm looking forward to. Hold on, eat that. Goes there. That goes there. Goes there. Goes there. Pickaxe is... no, it's 2. Okay, let me see about this. Let's get rid of it. And drop them. Auto sword for laziness for now. Pickaxe, and then the hemps. Charcoal chunks are always nice, and so is rope. You can't go into these yet, but next update, which as I said before, in a few days, you'll be able to enter places like this. And they all have apparently various ores, more beasties to fight, things like that. Things like the chanterelle, and I think the other one is a button top mushroom, can be cooked and eaten, or made into more expansive meals later on, or when you find a cooking fire. Deathcaps, fly agarics, you don't want to go near. Again, I think they'll probably have more use later on. Where's the road? Oh, it's there. Let's get back to the road so we can get that last piece. One up. And one across. Yeah, now I'm back on the road. There's going to be some people here somewhere. Yeah, occasionally you'll get things like optimism and things like that. It all basically depends on your morale, which is this part. Hunger goes up over time. As you saw, I had a thirsty one then, which meant my thirst was over 25%. Strange, it shouldn't have been since I drank twice. Fatigue builds up over time and can only be gotten rid of by sleeping. Immunity, resistance maladies, passive recovery rate from intoxication. I think it also does something for bad trip, though don't quote me on that. Morale and sanity. Maladies go down here. Traits, Ranger's Grit, and his bio, all of which can be changed when the letters start customizing our characters, which I really can't wait for. Oh, there, flea wart. That's all that you need for the herbalist. Also, occasionally you'll find like a little, it looks like a signpost thing on the side. If you click it, most of the time they're altars. Altars will give you a boost to your experience gain. However, Jorgrim and I think one of the DLC ones can't use it because they follow a different belief system. as it's night currently, everyone's in bed asleep. However, the herbalist is a bit of an odd duck. Even if you go in and he's fast asleep in bed, if you talk to him, he'll wake up and you can still then trade with him and speak to him and things. Schematic rope. And bung it. And go here. Even if everyone else's is locked, or if they're not locked, they're locked because it's red. If you go in there, you'll get shouted at by the guards. Also, weapons. The starting, aside from the unique weapon that you start with, other weapons you get are all kind of really bad. That's not too bad, I suppose. Those go up with reputation. Every time your reputation increases, the merchants in wherever that reputation is become of a higher tier. So you can get better bows, better arrows, better bags, better armour, gloves, things like that. As it stands currently, only the first part is available, so you've only got access to the 2 villages, 3 villages, sorry, and Bryn being the capital, and the Rottenwillow Tavern, which is full of malcontents, but they also normally have a lot of really nice stuff. Also, I think it's the only place you can actually sell cursed or unique items too. I'm going to rest until 8. It's probably going to make me slightly hungry. Yeah. Morale and sanity are back up. Drink. And munch the bread. I didn't really need to. Satiety you'll get from overeating. You don't want to eat at all after that. If you do, bad things will happen. No, wait, why am I going to him? This is the cooking station. You can roast most, well, almost all food ingredients, salting for meat. The roasting is also how you get boiled eggs. Now, if I put 4 in, and I go down to fried eggs, you can't drag it out there because you need a bowl. You can get bowls from this guy by buying food or empty bowls. Merge into there, cook another, merge into there. So there, each fried eggs will take 10 off your hunger, extra energy, hunger resistance, doesn't really do much really, and a bit less fatigue, and it'll spoil in 2 days. Food will spoil. Lentils won't because they're beans, pulses, but as you know, they rarely ever spoil anyway. Where am I going? Oh yeah, I'm going up there, aren't I? You can try going after birds and whatnot if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you're very lucky, because one hit, they run away. When your accuracy gets up though, you can hunt down birds, you can hunt down ducks, all sorts. I need to go in that way. Whenever you discover, that had a question mark on it if you remember before, whenever you discover something, you'll gain experience. There are question marks all over the place normally, can't really see yet. Places like this and this and this will also give you experience. The amount of experience goes up each level. At every level you get one stat point and one ability point. Stats go here, each gives various bonuses per point and per 5 points, and skills go here. Certain skills are locked behind more points or treatises, which you'll find dotted around the place. There's also a bookseller in Manshire and Bryn that sell treatises, but they cost a fair bit of gold, so it's not something to do straight off the bat. I'm not going there yet. There is a quest at the mill. Once you do it, make sure you have enough room, because you'll be getting, I think it's a 4x3 item that is sacks of grain. You'll want to keep that for when you reach Bryn, because it will sell for more in Bryn than it would in Osbrook. Almost all of the thingies, like Osbrook, Manshire, Bryn and whatnot, all have their own specialised goods that you can then take and sell at other places. I believe there's an achievement for that as well. Ooh, rabbit. Oh. And he's run away. At least I got my arrow back. Rumour has an interesting thing will be found there. It's probably a camp. Well, I'm still going to be careful, because it could also be a hunting range or something else. It could also have wolves. Oh, it's a camp. Camps always have things like this in it. It's always a good idea to get the first shot off before they actually spot you. You have a fair old chunk of health. Oh dear. Switch. Oh dear. Okay, I'm running away. So I'm going to use the arrow keys for a bit more. Unfortunately, when you run away, they will chase you to other maps. This does have some... Oh, sugary. And dead. Balls. Now I'm all the way back here. It saves every time you rest. So that was a bit of an annoyance. Okay. Eat the bread. Fried eggs lunch. Eat. Cook. Upchuck. And then roast that afterwards. chuck, as you saw, you get horrible thirst issues. Get rid of that. Two so far. I could buy them at some point later on. Complete quest straight away. I don't think he's got anything new, does he? Identifications. No, he doesn't. Okay, we're going back there again. I want to take them out. Yeah, save often. Yes, it saves when you sleep, but also save often. Despite that, that camp, if I'd have managed to survive that, I would have saved there, because the camps always have a bedroll and a cooking station. It's not there now. That's a shame. So we're going up. Oh dear. I don't like doggos. They're bad for me. I can see him bleed. I'll end up bleeding at some point. Oh God. That was lucky. Dog, come here. Oh, sorry, you'll come back. Right. Heal. As you see, the health isn't full. That's because I've got damage to my body parts. Damage to the body parts takes away from your max health. When it gets to 0, that's when it gets broken. Yeah, roast meat. There'll be 3 in here I need to deal with. That little thing you saw on me then was me gaining a level. Oh dear, forgot. Rags can be used in emergencies, bandages. Should be a third, shouldn't there? Oh no, okay. Oh, a pot. That's good. Leave that there for now, same as the cloth. Come back to it in a bit. Dump that in there. That's in there, that's in there, that's in there. That's in there. No water barrel. There's a pot on there as well that I can take afterwards. Okay, let's go in. Before anything else though, I'm going to level him up. So, strength is mostly used for your melee attacks. It also I think, actually, hold on. I'm not 100% certain, but I think it also gives a boost to your bow damage with the weapon damage. I'm not 100% certain though. But as you can see, reaching 15, 20, 25 and 30 will also give extra body part damage, crit efficiency, which is the crit strike. You also get crit chance, obviously. Agility, hands efficiency, move resistance and dodge. If you're going for heavy plate or heavy armor, don't bother with agility because you're just wasting your dodge chance. Perception is what is the main go-to for Derwin because it increases the accuracy. So you'll hit more often with the melee and you'll hit a lot more often with bows. It also stacks into the survival tree. These give one vision, one bonus range, which means you can attack from farther away, and crit and miracle chances. Miracle is spells. Vitality boosts your health. Willpower is for mana. So dump that into there. Go to here. Don't have two-handed maces yet. So I could go with, no, I've got the stuff I need. That's good if you don't want to carry around burdens, bandages, splints and things like that. Because later on you can go down here and that is really, really good. Especially keeping you safe. Athletics. Disengage helps if you want to get away from people if they get too close and you like using your bow. But I prefer using this for it. I need that. No? That's what I need to aim for next. 10 or 5 into agility, strength, agility or perception. But for now I'm going for distracting shots. Because it lets me move up to 2 spaces away and fire a shot at them. When you're in dungeons, always use the examine surroundings in every single room. Because you never know. Oh dear, run away from the evil smoke. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to have to leave for a second. I saw an onion out here. And there'll be mushrooms in the vicinity. Yes. Penny bun. Well. Penny bun. I think you can eat acorns, I'm not sure. Chanterelle. And go to the cooking thing. We could eat them raw, but eh. Oh dear. Oh well. Hope I find some food in here. Oh, he's just out of range. This is a good way of getting your mana and some health back. There's another cleaver. More arrows. Nothing in the bookcase. Oh dear me, where next? This way. Oh good, might get something interesting from these. No. No rats, which is good. Rats are horrible things. They come in these little swarms. Yeah, won't sell for much, but every little bit helps. Oh, collect water, fill that up, and drink. And crafting station. Next, gonna go this way. So I think that's going to lead to a boss, and if I agitate the boss, then he'll be there waiting for me constantly. And that'll be annoying. Tomato. Every little bit helps. There, see? Didn't appear until I opened up the area a bit. Oh dear. There's another one there. Oh good! Wasn't expecting that, but it helps. That's tied him up for a turn, damaged his leg and heavy bleeding. Makes it easier for me to deal with them. I do believe that's the fourth. Yes. Oh dear. I could pull over the water, but yeah, that's pain in it. Yes. Pain goes down. Do these. This is why it's a good idea to go to these places first, because you can clear out a lot of the stuff without it impacting your bounty. Don't complete it though. If you complete the bounty before accepting the quest, then you'll get a pittance of a reward and barely any gold. What's this one? This looks like a main room. It's not though. Good. Rack, useless. Got the tongs. Useless. Nothing else to smash. Nothing in it. Nothing in there. I'll use that, get rid of the pain completely. Intoxication is going to go up though. Immunity's down as well. I'll need to deal with that when I get back. As you can see, I've cleared out almost all of it, so pretty sure if I go through here there'll be... Oh no, good. Not a boss yet. Locked. Pick. And open. Snakeskin. Kind of pants, but every little bit helps. Eat. Takes off a little bit. Lincolnberry. Iron ingots. You'll need those in Manshire. That'll be the boss. So we leave, we go back to Osbrook and we get the quest. Because that'll stay empty now until the map resets and it gets upgraded. It's there again. Do I want to go for the camp? No, I don't. That'd be a monumentally stupid thing to do right now. Damn. Don't run. Come back here. There we go. If you want to avoid the map, you can always skirt around the edges if you're not too confident. Or just follow the road. Most beasties won't spawn near a road. Not unless you go, say, up here or something stupid. Or I do believe that over here there's a few tier 4s that have monsters spawn on the roads themselves. Back to Osbrook. And because I'm still within the week, I can still rest nicely. Before that though, I need to eat. Root salad, 9% immunity, yes please. There we go. Well, after he's gone to bed, there's an apple here that you can pinch. Don't leave with it because you'll probably get arrested by the guards. Just eat it straight away. And then go to sleep with a full tummy. I'll store them in there for now. I got some decent stuff to sell. Yeah, he'll never notice that the apple's missing. And go down here. Hammer goes in. Tongs. Don't need that. Don't need that. Oh dear. I was going to hand in the thingy quest for him, but I forgot. I left them behind, didn't I? Enchantment scroll, but it's expensive. Come back to that. See, it saved when I went to sleep, so now I'll do this. Get one of them. Come up here, grab the bounty, which most likely, given the layout of the dungeon, will be to kill the boss, or to kill all enemies. Oh, okay. Underground workshops. Yes, I did destroy one, but I didn't think it would be a quest. I don't think I've seen that one before. That's interesting. But I've near enough cleared out the entire place apart from possibly the boss. So, I should be good. I'm halfway to level 3. Because I've already explored it, I know for a fact there's nothing here. So I can just march straight on up. be someone there, I'm not sure. Vigor. Yes. If you have a choice between, say, these two, I'd always recommend going for the ones with sharp weapons first. Because they have a chance of making you bleed. Ooh. What size? Useless. No, there. Dum, 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 dum. Oh, on a side note, when it comes to weapons, there's no good and bad weapon. They all have their own advantages and disadvantages, and theoretically any build can work. Some just take exacting standards, and others not so much. Yes, they're in there. I'm going to stick them in there as well for now. Okay, it's still the same, so now we just look for smashables. There's one. See, because I did it before, it's empty now, so it makes it easier to go after quest items and things. There's one more somewhere. There was one in there. I guess I'm going through here. On a side note, depending on how many skulls a place has, say this one has one skull, so it's one floor, suitable for low levels. Some of them have 2 floors, 3 floors, so on and so forth, depending on the skulls. Some of them also have things that happen as soon as you enter. One of the not fun ones is the entrance will actually close, preventing you from leaving until you descend and find the switch to open it up again. Stop before going in there in case the boss is just out of sight. Roasted acorn. Oh, I made a misjudgment. Seems that wasn't the boss, it was entrance to a whole new area. See what we get. Oh, this is nice. See in there. Choco chunk. The rack. Choco chunk. And there we go. Didn't even need to go after the boss. but I'm going to anyway. It's more experience. That's fine. Stop. And then we go again. Oh, boss guy. How about the prompt? I don't think I can reach the guy. No, I can't. Oh dear. Well, that was underwhelming. Nice. Is that better? I'm not sure. Yes. It's always a good idea to clear these places out, because you'll always get more stuff, more experience as well. That's what you'd use an identify scroll on. So identify scroll. That's not too bad, I suppose. Not as good as what we've got. It's different. Up here. Now I've dealt with the boss, I can do these. Hopefully. Oh, there they are. The problem with spear guys is they have a 2 hex range, so normal melee is in right next to you. Spears and things like that are there, and these guys, I do believe they're the same as me, whereby they have, I think it's 5 or 6 range. It's a bit annoying at the beginning, but later on, when you get the bonuses to your perception, it helps a lot to go against them. Going dag. That's useless. Ooh. Bandage. Arrows. Fox pelts. Hold on. I do believe merge that into there. Yes. use that on that. It goes on to there for the healing efficiency. Yeah, range 7, I've got range 8. I don't need that. Because that's a 2 slot, it won't fit into that. And done. So now, we leave here. I'm going to have to come back again. Let's alternate it a bit. I don't need that. I'll merge the two of them for now so I can leave that behind. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. There. Oh, bunnies. Okie dokie then. So now we go back. Okay. Things that are left on the map will normally stay there for a day or two, so if, like me, you randomly decide to go on a mass hunting spree, whereby, say you find a saiga hunting field or a deer hunting field and rid the map of every single deer and skin them, you won't have enough space for all the pelts. So, you leave, sell off the pelts, come back and grab the rest. It's dark, so we won't be there, so we go back and have a rest. He's hungry again. No. I'll have to wait on that. You'll have to stay hungry for now until I deal with all this. It's raining, which is annoying. Janna, no, not Janna. I think Janna's her name. Anyway, the sorceress. Depending on what spell school you go, rain is either extremely beneficial or extremely bad for you. That's less there. Finish the task. Nice. Could sell them to the herbalist, but meh. As you saw, every different place offered a different value for the items. It's always a good idea to find out what items best go to which merchant. Well, immunity. Morale. Off. 3 days and 3 days, so I could take them with me into the dungeon. I'm not going to use that, so I'll just leave it behind, abandon it. And go here. Repair the crowbar. And the mace. Enchantment scroll. Oh, nice. Every little bit of crit efficiency helps, especially early on. Once you boost your reputation with various places, you can actually request half of the sum to begin with if you're running low on gold. But if you then cancel it, I'm pretty sure it gives you a hefty reputation hit. Done with the contract. Sometimes he has maps available, same as the others do as well. Great reputation, you'll see it's already gone up. I'm now standing at benevolence. Also, if you check these, because I completed a quest in Osbrook, both Manshire and Bryn have gained a small boost to reputation. Oh, and Denbury. By completing bounties in these 3 other places, you'll also gain it in Osbrook. That being that. Merge. Open. Normally I don't empty out and sell those things until they're full. Excuse me. Collect water to fill up my water skin. And let's go see if he has any bags yet. I really do need one. I rarely bother with capes. They don't hold much use. Not to me anyways. Nope. That's for crossbow. Bleed resistance for for the arms, that is. Boots. And I'm going to leave that there. And I'll do another one at some point, preferably, quite soon, I think. Oh dear, what's going on? Okay. Bye bye.